Thanks, Anna. Well, a new CNN poll this morning shows more Americans than ever think terrorists are winning. But ISIS isn't the only terror threat we need to keep an eye on in 2016. Ryan Mauro is a security analyst with the Clarion Project, and he joins us now with his own list of the scariest terrorist threats of 2016. So to be clear, this is not state-based actors. We're just talking about if we're looking past and beyond ISIS, which is a big one, obviously, what else do we need to be looking at in 2015? Let's start in reverse order with number 5.
Right, so if we're looking past North Korea, Russia, and China, there are non-Islamic terrorist threats that are growing. Those are the type of people that just hate the government, that hate people of a certain color, a certain faith, and we are seeing an increasing threat coming from people like that.
So as the world gets less secure, you might see other things popping up here around the globe.
Other types of radical ideologies, even here in the United States.
Okay,
yes.
Sort of a catch-all. Number 4.
Right. Number 4 is the deterioration of Afghanistan and Pakistan, which we're hearing shockingly little, I think, from presidential candidates about how to handle. The Taliban and ISIS are coming back in Afghanistan. And there are a bunch of groups in Pakistan that are extremely powerful. They are just one decision away from becoming the next Al-Qaeda or ISIS. And we don't hear about them much.
Absolutely. It's a problem set that we still haven't solved, even having been there since. And we're even seeing, not to get ISIS back into it, we're even seeing them utilizing Taliban cells to gain a foothold in Afghanistan.
Sure, and what about groups like LET that actually have a massive infrastructure, basically a state within Pakistan?
Absolutely. Number 3, Iran.
Right, and an enriched Iran, because they're already increasing their financing of terrorist groups, and they haven't even begun reaping the full benefits of the deal yet. Remember that Hezbollah, their terror proxy, works with the drug cartels in Mexico, and the Iranian-backed militias in Iraq are already threatening any additional American soldiers that might be sent there.
They've been affecting events on the ground already, throughout Iraq.
Sure, and also think about their sponsorship of terrorism in places like Saudi Arabia that can affect oil and then hurt us that way.
Not to mention Israel.
Of course.
Of course, as well, their main target. Number 2, what so-called moderate Syrian rebels. Talk about this a little bit.
Right, there are some moderate Syrian rebels that will even fight side by side with Christians, but our so-called allies in places like Turkey and Qatar and Saudi Arabia are sponsoring Islamist extremists. Ones that the second that they're done dealing with Assad, they're going to start thinking about other people they want to wage jihad against, and that could be us, Israel, or anyone else in the region.
Yeah, who will that most likely be? Would that be ISIS in a fight for predominance, or would they turn to us in Israel and sort of unite with ISIS?
I think they would first try to kick ISIS over to the side because they want the glory to be about them, which brings us really to the next question of who replaces ISIS. Let's say everything goes our way and we start pushing ISIS
so this
back.
is, you say, number 1 threat of 2016 potentially is if ISIS were to get pushed back, best case scenario, who replaces them?
Exactly, because those apocalyptic end times prophecies that they say they are fulfilling, and that's how they recruit, those still remain even if you destroy ISIS. And that general radical template, that also still remains. So if you start beating back ISIS, there'll be another group that will look at their formula for success and replicate them. Al-Qaeda might even make a comeback, or it could just be an entirely new group that bursts on the scene that we're not prepared for.
One of the states that's going to be a big part of the presidential conversation will be Libya. And what threat do you see emanating the most out of there? A state that's not talked about the most.
Well, right now it's ISIS, but also there's a collection of Islamist militias there that include Al-Qaeda and especially the Muslim Brotherhood. And then you also have a section of Libyans there who are fighting those forces and have been saying, where is the United States? And Egypt is even saying the same thing, saying how come there are forces there fighting terrorists, asking the United States for support, and they're not getting it.
Sure. Turns out we're still leading from behind in Libya. Ryan, thanks a lot for joining us and your expertise. We appreciate it.
Thank you.